You are watching the Kailash YouTube channel, and today we are about to explore a chilling realm of the internet, one that remains invisible to the average user. It's not something you can find through a Google search or access via your regular Chrome browser. We're diving deep into the shadows today to a place called the dark web, the most mysterious and dangerous part of the internet. The layers of the internet. Before we explore the darkness, let's understand how the internet is structured. It may come as a surprise to many, but the internet is divided into three distinct layers: surface web, deep web, dark web. The surface web, the visible tip of the iceberg. The surface web is the part of the internet that is easily accessible to everyone. This includes popular websites like Google, YouTube, Facebook, Wikipedia, news portals, blogs, and e-commerce sites. Search engines can index these pages, and you don't need any special software to view them. However, here's the twist. This layer makes up less than 1% of the total internet. That's right. Everything we think of as the internet is just the tip of a massive iceberg. The deep web, hidden but not illegal. Next comes the deep web. This is the portion of the internet that is not indexed by search engines. It includes private and sensitive databases like bank account details, medical records, legal documents, academic databases, confidential government files. To access the deep web, you need the correct credentials, passwords, or encrypted access. Despite its secrecy, the deep web is not illegal. It simply contains information that is not meant for public view, often for security or privacy reasons. The dark web, the internet's underworld. Then we descend into the dark web, the shadowy and most dangerous layer. Unlike the surface and deep web, this section is intentionally hidden. You can't access it through standard browsers. To enter, one must use special software like Tor, the onion router. Tor encrypts your traffic and routes it through multiple servers around the world, making it incredibly difficult to trace your identity or location. The websites here have strange and complex URLs ending in .onion, and they can only be opened via the Tor browser. Why does this part of the internet even exist, and what's hiding there? Brace yourself, because the truth is disturbing. What happens on the dark web? The dark web has long been associated with criminal activities, secret transactions, and twisted communities that operate beyond the reach of law enforcement. Here are some of the horrifying things that are reportedly traded and discussed on the dark web: illegal drugs and narcotics, weapons and ammunition, fake documents and passports, stolen data, credit cards and hacking tools, child pornography and exploitation, hitman services, human trafficking. But perhaps the most terrifying part of this digital underworld is something known as the red rooms, the nightmare of red rooms. The term red room sounds like something out of a horror film, and unfortunately, the reality isn't far from fiction. Red rooms are rumored to be live-streamed torture sessions, where a victim is physically abused or tortured while viewers watch in real time. The most horrifying part? Viewers can pay to control what happens next. Imagine this: a dimly lit room, a helpless, bound victim, a masked figure holding a weapon, and a live chat where people, faceless and anonymous, type in cruel commands like "cut his hand off" or "burn her face." Each command gets more money in return, usually in the form of Bitcoin. Why Bitcoin? The reason behind using cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin, is simple: anonymity. Bitcoin transactions don't require personal identification, bank account details, or physical presence. Instead, every transaction is recorded in a public ledger, the blockchain, but without names or addresses. That makes Bitcoin an ideal currency for criminals who want to operate without leaving a trail. Real-life horror. The case of Daisy's destruction. There are many rumors about red rooms, but one of the most infamous and confirmed cases to shake the world was called Daisy's destruction. This video, created by a Filipino-Australian pedophile named Peter Scully, involved the brutal torture and abuse of a child named Daisy. The content was so inhumane, so gruesome, that even seasoned investigators were left traumatized. It was streamed and distributed on the dark web for a price.
Oh, just a horse.
Peter Scully was eventually arrested and sentenced to life imprisonment, but the scars of that video still haunt the digital world. Scully ran an entire child abuse ring from the shadows of the dark web, showcasing the worst of human depravity. His case proved that red rooms aren't just legends. Some are tragically, horrifyingly real. Why can't governments shut it down? Now you might wonder, why don't governments or law enforcement agencies shut down the dark web? The truth is, they try. Agencies like the FBI, Interpol, and national cybercrime units continuously monitor and take down illegal websites. In fact, one of the biggest drug marketplaces on the dark web, Silk Road, was shut down in 2013, and its founder, Ross Ulbricht, was sentenced to life imprisonment. However, the problem is like cutting off the head of a hydra. You eliminate one and two more take its place.
I don't think it worked. But
These websites constantly shift locations, use encrypted servers, and are hidden behind layers of anonymity. Unless law enforcement can trace the IP address or infiltrate the system, they often hit dead ends. The dangers of curiosity. Many people, especially young internet users, are drawn toward the dark web out of curiosity. They think, let's just see what's there. It can't be that bad, right? But make no mistake, accessing the dark web without knowledge or purpose is extremely dangerous. Here's what could happen. You might unknowingly download malware or spyware that gives hackers access to your personal data. You could land on illegal content that gets logged and monitored by cyber authorities. You might get trapped into blackmail situations or scams. Worst of all, your IP address could be spoofed and used for illegal transactions, making you a suspect in a crime you didn't commit. Stay safe. Stay aware. Friends, this video and article are not meant to scare you, but to make you aware. Awareness is the first step towards safety. The internet is a powerful tool. It has connected the world, created jobs, and provided access to limitless knowledge. But like any powerful tool, when misused or misunderstood, it can cause irreversible damage. Never visit the dark web out of thrill-seeking. Never follow unknown links or download strange files. Never use Tor or similar platforms unless you absolutely know what you're doing. And even then, proceed with caution. Final thoughts. The dark web is not a place of adventure. It's a place of darkness, crime, and pain. It's not a rabbit hole you want to go down. It's not a story you want to become part of. And it's certainly not a mystery worth solving at the cost of your safety and sanity. If you ever come across someone trying to access such sites, warn them. If you see signs of illegal activity online, report it. You never know who you might save by speaking up. Support our mission. If you found this information valuable, don't forget to like this video, share it with friends and family. Subscribe to the Kailash YouTube channel for more awareness-based content. Let's keep our digital world safe. Until we meet again, stay safe, stay aware.